And so please describe to me what the aesthetic look is exactly.
Well, like this guy here.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and bring
Oh wow, you really have to come in here?
like this guy.
Is this
No,
is this really happening? He met the other guy behind you, bro. Like I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm right into that bad boy.
You can stay right there, behind the camera, behind the camera. No, see now that you got me jealous now.
That's okay.
That's not
no,
fair.
but you're more in the category like Luther Director Arnold. Okay?
My man. Yeah. Arnold Ferrigno. Huh?
Okay.
Aesthetic.
That's great, partner. You two ever go out place everything in its proper place?
That does not make sense, but we usually do go. We head to Kroger's and we work.
Yeah. I've got a lady waiting for me back home also. She has the most beautiful scrotum. Oh, God. And when she sings, she sounds just like a puppy dog.
How do you nail a photo?
Just gotta get in the mode. You gotta talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes. You
Okay,
gotta
so
have the eyes
can you show me a little bit of something, like to this camera? I would love to know how to do this. I just want to know.
Well,
how
I
do you do it?
mean,
Teach
the
me
smile,
something.
You can get the sexy eyes. Then you know you gotta get the smile going on some shoots, but you know.
Wait, hold up.
You got.
I gotta
when it's
try
time,
this with you.
when it's
Hold
time
on.
to laugh,
I gotta try this
you gotta
with
think
you.
of something funny
All
and start laughing.
Do it again. Do it again. How do you do it? Teach me.
Sexy eyes.
The sexy eye.
This is sexy eyes right here.
Smizing?
Smile.
So you're smizing.
Smile.
Okay.
And then you gotta get the.
No, I look like I need to take a poop or something.
wish words were like little toy guns. No sting, no hurt, no one, just a bang, bang. Right?
Is that it?
Yeah, it's something like that. Just a bang,
Toy
bang,
guns.
rolling off your tongue.
Toy guns.
It's no smoke, no
Bang, bang.
bullets.
Water guns. All right.
Now got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it. Goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody rise up weekdays. Catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. What's up, everybody? Hope y'all are doing well out there. It is Thursday. It's a thirsty Thursday. We got some thirstiness going on. We got to talk about a whole bunch of stuff. We got a very, very tight show for you guys today. We got a slew of very, very important people coming onto the show. There's a lot to talk about. Like I said, hopefully you guys are having a wonderful, fantastic Thursday. Okay? Because dag nabbit. I know I missed you guys this morning. For those of y'all who are starting to file in and all that stuff. I missed all y'all crazy ears today. I had some things I had to take care of. Couldn't make it in the morning this morning, but I will be on tomorrow morning. I guarantee you that. So you don't want to miss out on that. But here it is. Do me that small ass favor. You know what I'm saying? For a young brother out here trying to make it in this crazy ass world, do me a favor and just hit that like button. Just hit it. You know what I mean? Just tap on it. You know what I mean? Just tap on it, if you don't mind. Hit that like button down below. And of course, for those of y'all who are starting to file in, checking out this show for the very first time, hi, welcome to the Pascal Show. Please hit that subscribe button, nuke it, crush it, sledgehammer it, you know what I mean? Wanna be sledgehammer, do that, smash it. I know that was a deep cut for some of y'all, okay? That was a deep cut. Remember that song? Yeah, that's old. Anyway, hit that subscribe button. It would be greatly appreciated. Like I said, we got a lot of stuff to go into. A lot of really great people that are going to be coming on. We have filmmaker David Kirkman coming onto the show. He's got a lot of stuff to talk about. We also have the man mindset coming through tonight to talk about all this kind of stuff. What is cheating? What is considered cheating? We are going to be talking about that. But first, we definitely have got to talk about the things that are going on. Breaking news as of this whole day. I mean, I don't know about you, but I've been glued to the TV watching this whole thing going down outside the airport of Kabul. There's a lot of stuff going down. We got to talk about all this stuff. All right. My brother David's in the house. How you doing, my brother? Good evening, man. Good evening, man.
Hey man, I hope everyone in chat's doing good. It's we should have a good show for you ahead tonight. I'm ready to get into this one.
Yes, I know he ready. He got things to do. We got to jump into this bad boy, unfortunately, because there's so much to unfold. Real talk, so much to unfold here. Man, it is as we already know, the American troops have left, straight up ripped off the Band-Aid, y'all. Ripped off the Band-Aid in Afghanistan. All hell has been breaking loose for a little while now. And of course, Biden said he was going to be taking people out, refugees and American citizens that they left behind. Still, I don't know how they made that happen. Okay. Left those people behind. He said, no. We're going to get them, make sure that they get all out. We're going to make sure they get out. Right. So they tried to do this. And now we are in a situation where there has been bombings that have gone off outside of the airport. Not just one, a couple bombings that have come off outside the airport of Kabul that have claimed the lives of several people. It's absolutely devastating. David's got the story. What's going on, man?
All right. So like you said, this was a pretty bad attack. But I'm going to start with the warnings, which we actually got around 8 p.m. Eastern last night. Up until that point, we have been rapidly evacuating throughout the area. There were still U.S. Citizens there, and as of now, there's probably around 1,500 citizens, U.S. citizens, still in Afghanistan, though we're not entirely clear. However, in the 24 hours beforehand, 13,000 were evacuated, and 20,000 the day before that. So this was all going on. But it stopped at the time of the call for the attack, which was 8 p.m. yesterday, Eastern time. Like I said, they were being warned. Everyone in the location was being warned of a planned attack on the Kabul airport due to the Islamic State or ISIS, and the U.S. Embassy in Kabul sent out an alert to everyone, including the Afghanistan government, which is managed by the Taliban now. And so senior U.S. officials told the Associated Press at the time that the warning was related to specific threats involving potential vehicle bombs from ISIS. And so all American citizens at the gates were told to leave immediately without further explanation. Because of security threats outside the gates of Kabul airport, we are advising U.S. citizens to avoid traveling to the airport and avoid airport gates at this time unless you receive individual instructions. And this was the guidance that they received, to stay away from all three of the main gates. However, as you can see in some of these pictures, that was only for the American citizens. For the most part, the Afghan citizens, and people of other nations stayed right near the gates, as you can see. So the gates were closed while people were gathering up. Mostly American citizens were gone, but you had a situation where there was just a few American troops and these densely packed groups of Afghans waiting at the closed gates. So the Taliban was actually aiding in the evacuation. The U.S. gave them a list of all of our Afghan allies, as well as all U.S. citizens in Afghanistan. So the Taliban was supposedly aiding us in evacuating those citizens because they would not allow everyone to go out on their own. The General Frank McKenzie, one of the commanders working with him, called them our Afghan partners. So basically, the situation as you see it was just that there's guards locked onto the base with American citizens run away, and the Afghan population was just kind of building up in front of these gates. And that's when the attack happened. The attack happened at Abbey Gate, which is one of the main, like I said, one of the main three gates where they expected the attack to happen. They did not specifically state what kind of bombs they used. However, there were two blasts. The U.S. Embassy in Kabul says that one of the blasts took place at the Abbey Gate, and that the second attack may have occurred nearby at another location.
You know, real quick, I wanted to show the video of this actual footage that we have, because obviously we don't have live footage of the actual explosion, but this is some of the stuff that was going on after everything. I just wanted to show this really quick so we could just get an idea.
You can just barely hear gunfire in the background here.
Yeah. This is insane, y'all. Yep, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Now, hey, real quick, before we go into like heavy details, right? As far as like behind the scenes and all that, do we have any idea of how many souls have been lost due to these explosions that have happened?
The counts have varied a little bit. The U.S. has confirmed 12 soldiers were dead. The best I've seen is the Afghanistan government reporting around 70 Afghans killed, which is kind of close to what I think the U.S. reported 50 Afghans.
Yeah.
But obviously, like I said, we don't have control of the areas outside of the base.
And I'm telling you guys, we would show you guys this footage. I've seen some other videos that have been leaked all throughout Reddit and on Twitter, and I have to tell you, it is just too devastating to show on the show. You know, as I said before, my thoughts and prayers go out to the people of Afghanistan. It's not getting any better, but what's crazy to me is that they're thinking that there are people out here that think, oh, well, if they're going to escape, we're going to make it very difficult for these people to find refuge, for these American citizens and these refugees to find safety. And the fact that there are several lives, several souls that we have lost today is it's heartbreaking. It's absolutely heartbreaking. I just had to put in my 2 cents here, David. But please continue with what you got.
I mean, if you guys go see those videos, you can see how how deadly this attack was. Yeah.
Do you see dead, like, I'll just say it, you see dead bodies in trenches, just basically just laid to waste. You see a few survivors that are people are trying to pull out survivors and all that, but it's an absolute bloodbath. It's a bloodbath, guys. People are getting wheeled down on wheelbarrows. Just people are doing whatever they can to help the people that are out there. People are helping people, and these are just people who are just trying to find refuge, just trying to get away. Yeah.
There's some video of the main street, which is not too far away where the hospital is, and there are people, just a lot of us local people, just carrying bodies and injured back and forth from the airport to the hospital. It's a surgeon's clinic. If you guys want to look for the video yourself, we can't show it on YouTube though.
Unfortunately, we can't. I mean, you can see it all over the news. Your MSNBCs, your Fox News, and if Fox News is even covering this, but CNN and the sort. But it is really it's too graphic to show here, guys, unfortunately.
And the photo you're showing now, you can really see how narrow some of these areas are. So one bomb in that area, you can see how many it would affect immediately.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so for the attack itself, there were 2 bombs. One of the bombs was at the airport itself, and another one was, I believe, at a hotel nearby. The Taliban has said that there's been additional explosions heard at the Kabul airport since then, but to not worry, because that is the U.S. Destroying additional materials before we leave. The UK and has also sent a few people back. The UK embassy believes that no UK troops were hurt. And Germany has not said. Angela Merkel called the attacks vile and said that she would make sure that all Germans were safe and would be brought home. They didn't say if there were any casualties, but I would assume not if they did not mention it at this point. And Biden and Blinken both said that there's about 1,500 Americans still there. There was also a group of gunmen with the attack that attacked the airplanes and the runways. So you can hear that as well. So the gunfight was timed to go along with the bombings, and immediately after that, the U.S. and some Afghan response pretty much pushed everything out, and it was fairly quiet. In terms of attacks, shortly after the gunfight. So far, like I said, for the injured, it's 12 U.S. People that we know of, 2 U.S. members of the military, including 11 Marines and 1 Navy medic, according to the Associated Press. Officials from the U.S. Military said that additional troops were wounded, and they warned that more wounded casualties will be reported soon. However, this does seem like to be all the fatalities, unless additionals die from their injuries. Biden has not spoken to any of the families yet, because they are looking to make sure that they know who everyone is and have all of the dead people accounted for, so that everybody's family can be notified before Biden starts making individual contact.
Mm-hmm.
An Afghan official reported that dozens of Afghans were killed immediately at the bombing, and another 143 were wounded at the bombing outside of Kabul airport. Since then, the number has gone up to 70 dead. A lot of those did come from immediately after from succumbing to their injuries. So like they said, and this has been confirmed by General Kenneth McKenzie, these attacks, and he's from the Pentagon and he manages Afghanistan. But these attacks were believed to be carried out by ISIS. This isn't the ISIS you see in Syria. They're not Syrians. It's also called ISKP because so this is the Islamic State in Khorasan province, and Khorasan is a province inside of Afghanistan. These are actually people from the Taliban that have broken off a long time ago. They're generally considered the religious hardliners of the group. And so these are kind of the religious extremists compared to the Taliban, and that's why they've separated, because they want to have a more strict Sharia law. They have fought the Taliban in the past, but they've mostly fought the U.S. It's expected. McKenzie says that if we can find who is associated with this, we will go after them. And we are working very hard right now to find out who else is associated with this. Biden himself said that when asked whether or not the Taliban and the ISIS could be colluding, he says that we are counting on them, and he's talking about the Taliban, to act in their own self-interest. And it's in their own interest that we leave when we said we would. There is no evidence thus far from our commanders in the field that there has been collusion between the Taliban and ISIS.
Is this in this clip here?
No, that's okay. Kind of comes a little bit later.
Oh, sorry about that.
All right. And so the Taliban themselves have also condemned the attack. The official kind of PR spokesman, Zabihullah Mujahid, wrote in a tweet, "The Islamic Emirate," which is what they're calling Afghanistan now, "strongly condemns the bombing of civilians at Kabul airport, which took place in an area where U.S. forces are responsible for security." He added that they are paying close attention to security, and he had spoken with other members of the Afghan government and the negotiating team involved with the Taliban and the U.S. And the entire transition team condemned the explosion as well. So Biden said that we will continue to evacuate despite these threats, and he says that there are individual groups of individuals from women's groups, NGOs, and others who have expressly indicated that they want to get out. And he doesn't say it explicitly here, but he is referring to Afghan groups. So obviously the remaining U.S. citizens will be evacuated no matter what if they can get to the airport. But he also wants to continue the evacuation of Afghan nationals. And you may have seen one of the photos earlier of one of the empty aircraft. So a lot of these aircraft left without hardly picking up anyone because they decided not to. Yeah.
Something about 300 seats being empty. That's just crazy.
That was in response. Instead of kind of letting the people they had leave, they decided to hold all flights. And those that already were getting ready to take off left with what they had on board. Gotcha. So a lot of people did get left behind. There was more evacuations to be planned. Right now, you can only evacuate if you're a U.S. citizen with, I forget what they said the identity was, but basically you need like your passport or some sort of card to verify your identity. And if you have a green card as well, I believe they are accepting that as a immediate way to get you evacuated.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
So this clip we have here, it is basically Biden responding to ISIS-K, or as well as kind of commenting on the soldiers or the Marines who were killed.
All right.
To those who carried out this attack, as well as anyone who wishes America harm, know this: we will not forgive. We will not forget. We will hunt you down and make you pay.
Evildoers.
I will defend our interests and our people with every measure at my command. The situation on the ground is still evolving, and I'm constantly being updated. These American service members who gave their lives it's an overused word, but it's totally appropriate here. We're heroes. Heroes who've been engaged in a dangerous, selfless mission to save the lives of others. They're a part of an airlift, an evacuation effort unlike any seen in history, with more than 100,000 American citizens, American partners, Afghans who helped us, and others taken to safety in the last 11 days. Jill and I, our hearts ache, like I'm sure all of you do as well, for all those Afghan families who lost loved ones, including small children, or been wounded in this vicious attack. And we're outraged as well as heartbroken. We will not be deterred by terrorists. We will not let them stop our mission. We will continue the evacuation. I've also ordered my commanders to develop operational plans to strike ISIS-K assets, leadership, and facilities. We will respond with force and precision at our time, at the place we choose, in a moment of our choosing.
Well, there you have it there, guys. Evildoers. So, possibility of waging war again, maybe?
I hope not. He did say that we were still evacuate and that this attack would not change it. He basically said that if we changed our plan now, it would be responding to a terrorist attack the way they want. I do have worries that this is going to be an excuse on us going back, however, but we will see. For now, he's denying it. His press secretary also said that is not the plan. They plan to leave, but we will see.
I mean, once we think we're out, they keep dragging us back in type thing. You know what I'm saying? Godfather 3 all over again. You know what I'm saying? Now we're going to go back in and we'll be there for another 20 years. You see what I'm saying? 20 plus years. So here we go. Here we go again. Here we go again. You know, DMX. You don't know what I'm talking about. Do you, David? Do you?
Yeah, no.
Okay, I was a little worried there. But in all seriousness, this is a cluster F. This is an absolute cluster. This is a kerfuffle. All right. I haven't used that word in a while.
Yeah, it's a good one for this.
Thank you.
Perfect.
This is a kerfuffle. All right. We back at it again with more BS, more problems, more death, more trauma, more of America sticking our noses in places that, I mean, you know, we stuck our nose out there. We stayed there for 20 years. We're like, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I like it. We stayed there for 20 years and then said, hey, we out. Honey, baby, it was fun, but, I got to go. You know what I mean? I got to go. And then now once we leave, we see that there's chaos happening. Why? Because we left. All because we left. Like I said, my heart and prayers, my thoughts, prayers, and all the gooey stuff goes back out to the people of Afghanistan right now, and all those victims that were right there just trying to get a way to get out. There were people literally handing their babies off. We showed video of that. Handing babies over the fences, trying to get them to take their babies. They're like, just don't take me. It's fine. I will be tortured. But as long as I know that my son or daughter will be away from this kind of tyranny, I will die peacefully. I will be okay with that. That's the kind of desperation we have going on over there right now. And yet again, here we are. Here we are with all this kind of mess. Honestly, I don't know what the right thing to do is right now with all this. This is absolutely insane. And it just continues to go on and on and on. And I'll say this, though. And maybe this is just me, maybe I'm pulling out the dramatics. Okay. So just bear with me when I say this, but this is only just the beginning. I said it. We were talking about this before, saying there will be mayhem. There will be catastrophic acts. I was thinking more on American soil, but now it's actually happening right around the airport in which people are trying to seek refuge from. Biden said, well, look, come on. We forgot some people. We'll get them. So we're bringing them back. And then all of a sudden, this kind of chaos is happening. We're losing lives. More lives. You know, and this is the other piece I'll say too. And yes, this is probably going to sound dramatic, but I don't give a damn. You know what's going to happen? And I feel like this is like the start of a really bad movie. You know, you have the kid with the mother. They're trying to seek refuge because the American troops have left. Then all of a sudden, a terrorist attack happens. A catastrophic thing like a bombing goes off, kills several people, including that young kid's parent, right in front of his eyes. He loses the grip from his mother's hands as she is taken by this explosion, like slow-mo, like a Michael Bay movie. Real talk. And what happens? That young boy or girl grows up angry. Not at her or their own country, but the country that left, that caused this ish to happen. Like I said, it's just breeding another thing. It's starting another. The saga continues in a very unfortunate way.
The only thing I can see as far as retaliation goes is if, without breaking our promises, because we have promised to leave Afghanistan by August 31st and give it over to the Taliban, unless they agree to allow Biden to have airstrikes, which I'm sure he'll be pushing for immediately, if nothing else. But I do think they'll try to find a way to bring us back into it over this. As far as where the attacks go, I do expect them to stay within the area of Afghanistan, maybe reach towards Russia. But at this point, that people in Afghanistan aren't going to come targeting the U.S. It's too far away. They don't have a way to get here for the most part, nor do the majority of the people we're fighting there even necessarily know where America is. Or it's just such a complicated situation at this point. But I mean, we have an insurgent group broken off from the Taliban that is now fighting them. And they started off the same way, even though we armed them. And now it's just a bunch of forces that we've armed fighting each other.
Right.
Or we kind of sit there and do nothing. I don't know. But we do still need to leave. I agree with that completely. But this shouldn't change us staying there, even if and then there does need to be some sort of response, but I don't think we don't need to be back there in the military ourselves. I'm not sure what there needs to be. Just provide
I think it all started with them making the decision on how they were going to rip the Band-Aid off. You know what I'm saying? And it was like they ripped the Band-Aid off, a very big Band-Aid off a very hairy arm. You get what I'm saying? Instead of easing it, little bit by little bit, by little bit, they just ripped the whole thing off, and it caused a lot of pain, or it's causing a lot of pain now. And like I said, I don't know if there's I understand there's no right way of doing this, but I feel like this could have been gingerly approached, just a tiny bit more finessed, rather than just we out by what? You know what I'm saying? It kind of happened like that. And that's what's so heartbreaking about this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, both me and David, our thoughts and prayers go out to the people of Afghanistan. I hope that they find peace. I hope that they heal. And for those the souls that have been lost, I'm sending many, many prayers to all their families. I can only imagine what the people of Afghanistan are going through right now. But David, thank you so much for coming in and giving us that report on what's going on in Afghanistan. Again, I just wish there was a better way, you know?
I agree.
Yeah, man. All right, David, thank you so much for being on. We'll be talking to you soon.
Yeah, take care.
All right. But okay, guys, we got to switch gears. We're going to have to switch gears. Okay. It's a little bit of a left turn, but we got to do what we got to do. I'm very, very honored to have somebody on the show today. This guy is St. Louis native. This guy is very, very talented. And he's a filmmaker right here in my hometown. He's got a couple projects, one that has just come out and another one that he's in the middle of putting together that looks epic as F. Please welcome my brother, David Kirkman, to the house. What's up, man? How you doing, man?
Yo, what's going on, Pascal? Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you just fine. What's good, man? What's cracking?
Hey, pretty good, man. Hey, I was just checking out your YouTube channel. I'm like, oh my goodness, I didn't even know you had all this stuff going on.
Yeah, man, I've been putting
Yeah, you've been putting in work, man. So that's amazing. Proud of you, dog.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. So, so here it is. You got a lot of stuff going on yourself. You know what I'm saying? You just got done with a movie that just came out called Hardware. Of course, I'm going to show the trailer here in a little bit, but we got to talk about, like, you making films, getting into the world right now. What is into the filmmaking world right now? What is, how's it been? You're St. Louis local native, trying to make it, your name for yourself here. Is it hard out here for you or no?
I mean, I think making anything substantial is going to be somewhat difficult or hard, right? So I don't necessarily consider, and I mean, just kind of like you, like I don't consider where I'm based at or located at to really be any climb. I mean, it will be 10 times more difficult for me to make a shift and move to LA right now. so I don't think that would be the best move or anything like that. So right now it's just about, getting talented people together and just seeing what we can make out of it. And I just so happen to be here based in St. Louis, but you got to think global. You can't necessarily target everybody here in the city, but you want to be able to target everybody. So that's what it's about, man. Yeah.
That's hella exciting, man. It's hella exciting. I know that you had a bunch of other movies that you had come out, and they've been doing very, very well on the net, on YouTube, and all that. And then you came out with just recently Hardware. How long did it take to make this movie?
It took 9 months for us to make So we started filming Hardware last November, and this was during COVID. I mean, like when nobody was going outside. I mean, the businesses weren't really opening. The elections were happening and whatnot. So we filmed Hardware, the bulk of it during then, and then we had a few reshoots back in June. And now we just released it online. We had our whole weekend festive premiere here in St. Louis. It was an entire weekend that we had back in July. And so that was pretty awesome, man. So yeah, it took us about 9 months to get through that process.
That's what's up, man. I understand that the filmmaking process can be a long one. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're trying to dodge that kind of stuff. I feel bad for your lead actor. He got to skip donuts and try to stay in shape much straight. That's tough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's a part of the job, man. It's so funny. Right. We were out in Colorado doing some shooting. I was telling one of the main actors, I was like, look, you can't be eating too much McDonald's, man. Like all this fast food, we got to make sure that you're in tip-top shape. It's a part of the job. I could do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm behind the camera. We could do that. But for them, you got to come with the whole package so we can sell the movie. And I was joking, of course, but there was a little bit of truth to it.
Right. You're like, I'm allowed to let myself go. You ain't.
Yeah. Okay. Exactly. Pretty much.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
Nobody wants to see a sloppy movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you want to watch something that has some sort of attractiveness to it, unless the film doesn't necessarily call for that. When you're dealing with like superheroes and comic books and stuff, everybody has to be in like tip-top shape. Not everybody, but at least the main people got to be in tip-top shape.
Right. Well, hey, since we're already talking about superheroes and all that stuff, let's check out this trailer called Hardware. Enjoy that.
This net just came and just shaking everybody up like some type of electricity or something like that. I grabbed my piece. Shots fired. This man was unfazed.
Nice, man. I gotta be real. First off, can we just take a look at this costume? Hey, bruh, come on now. You gotta tell me, like, how did you do this? How did this go? How did you make this, man?
I had an incredible dude. His name was Scott Pope. And I hit him up because we were actually in the film, like, there's some parts where he is CGI and whatnot. So we were actually going to go through the entire film and make it a completely digital character. And then I was like, do I want to spend like another year on this to get that done? And the reality was I didn't want to do that. So we actually we had a physical suit made, and that was part of the reshoots that we did back in June. It was like a month or so before we actually premiered it. So we reshot it with the physical, some of the fight scenes with the physical suit, and that's what it was. But some of the CGI shots, you can't even tell the difference. Yeah. So we did a pretty good job at it, I think.
How long did it take you to put this together? Like this suit, this costume?
Scott spent about a month on it.
What?
Yeah, he spent about a month on it. A month and a half.
Have mercy. I'm telling you, this is dope as hell. This is incredible. Yeah. The trailer looks amazing. The movie looks really, really good. Y'all need to go and check it out. We will be throwing out the information here in a second about where you can go and check out this movie. Like I said, this kid is super talented. It's ridiculous. Yeah. So long story short, you got to check out this movie Hardware. It is out now. You got to go check it out. It's out on YouTube right now as we speak. But you got something else going on that when I saw this trailer, man, I was like, what is going on here? What is going on here? Before we go into your crowdfunding situation, your GoFundMe and all that, we got to check out this. It's called Underneath. Man, enjoy. Just enjoy.
There's a war coming to Earth. And I need to get you in Antarctica to unite with the Guardians.
Now you talking that old fool talk. You hush up and hit that wood. Oh, nose ain't no leaving here, nigga. Unless you trying to be stuck one up in that forest like Moses there.
I know there's gotta be a way to be free. Some way for us. Some way for love. We don't want to be slaves.
So, okay. All
Mhm.
right. We got okay. All right. All right, man. All right, man.
What?
First off, wow. Let me just say this. You stepped up your game like a mug. I'm looking at this and I'm like, what? Okay, first off, did you go out to Nevada for this shoot?
I can't say it yet. I don't want to break the illusion.
Oh, I see what you're saying. That's fair. That's fair. But
No, we didn't go out to Nevada. No, we didn't.
okay.
But it was west. It was west.
No, it's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, first off, like I said, you this is a very I could see this being a very what's the word, ambitious. You know what I'm saying? Without being, I'm not trying to be rude at all. I'm just saying it is looks like a very ambitious movie, and I can't wait to see it. It looks really, really fantastic. Man, I'm telling you, yeah, I'm proud of you, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, man.
I'm real proud of you, man. No, seriously.
Yeah.
You know, I've been watching your stuff for a long time. You know, I met you when you first were just getting started and all that, but I knew you were going places as far as storytelling and as far as filmmaking and all that. And it's very exciting to see you take what you're doing to that next level. So on some real stuff, man, like keep doing this. So, but I don't need to tell you that. You already know this ish because you got a GoFundMe for this particular movie called Underneath. Can you give us a little bit of a synopsis about what Underneath is about?
Yeah, so it's a Kickstarter. So we're a couple days in. So we're basically looking to raise money to take this film to the next level. So this past summer, I went out, did a casting call. It was a big casting call, and I've been simmering on this for the past 2.5, 3 years. So when we came out with our short film Static, that ended up going viral, I already had plans to do something like this. Obviously, like the story's evolved, and it's a lot different, and I feel like it's a lot more doable than what the original take was going to be. But we're intersecting Black history with sci-fi. And I don't think that's quite, outside of like you have things like Lovecraft Country and things like that, but taking it even further back than just like the Civil War, not Civil War, the Civil Rights era. I don't think there's really been anything quite like done like this before with with Black people, mostly in front of the camera and behind the camera.
Word.
And so it's been an entire community of just talented people really coming. We have actors from LA, from the East Coast, Atlanta. We have crew members from all over the place too. And it's not a really big team. There's like 6 or 7 people behind the scenes, just including myself. Just making this happen. And so that's how we're able to move as fast and be as efficient. And so we need your support. And I appreciate Pascal just for reaching out and using this platform to allow us to do it. It's a pretty ambitious goal. I'm putting up my own money for it. But we want to raise $250,000, and on Kickstarter, the way that it works is, if you, it's really, really safe for the contributor. So if you decide to contribute, let's say like $50 or $25, the money won't leave your account until we meet our goal, and that would be like in October or something. So you can contribute now, and that'll let Kickstarter know that, hey, this campaign has a whole bunch of contributors. And when October 5th comes, it'll come out of your account, and it'll go toward making this stuff happen. And so that's what we want to do. We just want to do stuff on the next level, baby.
Hell yeah.
Like you said from the concept trailer that you saw, it was pretty ambitious. This is very ambitious to do something like this. But my focus is to make sure that the story is just as phenomenal as it can be. I know on the technical end of things that we can work the technical stuff out a lot later. So I'm in the desert, in the sand dunes, with the camera on my shoulder and just like shooting it. And so I shot all. That's why I said like it's not a big crew. I shot all of that myself because we just want to be as efficient as possible. Yeah. But yeah, man. So I'm excited for this, and your support. Just making these stories happen where we can control our narratives in imaginative ways, tell our truth in imaginative ways, and we get that other side of the spectrum to where I love my street movies, and I love my my Paid in Full, My Juices, My Boys in the Hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love those films, but we need that other side of the spectrum too, on another scale. And so, yeah, that's what we're working on, man.
Right. That imagination, that thinking outside the box. There's not many. I mean, yes, we're seeing it now with Lovecraft Country and all that too. Unfortunately, that show is over now. But it scooped up a bunch of nominations, by the way. But at the same time, like, there's not really a lot of Black sci-fi action movies out there, really. I mean, that are directed by, created by, Black artists and creators. There really isn't. I mean, you got John David Washington in Tenet, which you could say is like sci-fi, action thriller. You know what I'm saying? But that's a Christopher Nolan movie. And no shade on Christopher Nolan. Let's be real.
Right.
He's a goat, but at the same time, like, there's not many Black filmmakers that are coming out and going, I want to think outside the box, not just the Juice and the Boys in the Hood and all that, and not just the romantic dramas, like the Tyler Perry movies and all that stuff as well. It's good when you have somebody who's actually really thinking outside the box and trying to do something innovative and different and ambitious, but also being able to tell that story, accomplish telling that story 110%. So, like I said, I see a little Christopher Nolan action in there. I see that vibe. You know what I'm saying? And I mean that with thumbs up, baby. You know what I mean? Please keep doing what you're doing, man. I'm real proud, to see you grow and expand like you have been. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it, man.
Can you do me a favor though?
Yeah.
Can you put the link for the for your Kickstarter in the chat when you jump off, because I'd love to pin it to the top of the chat so that everybody knows where to go, so that they can go support the film and all that. What is the goal? What is the number you're trying to reach, by the way?
So we're trying to reach 250K, and so but that's also in addition to some of the the money that I'm putting up myself, and some private financing. So yeah, man, it's pretty ambitious, but it's going to go a long way in the grand scheme of things. For making a movie, 250K is that's nothing. That's a blip. And even with that, we'll be getting by. But we have a few places we want to go. That we want to film on location. In a lot of these spaces. So I mean, there will be some green screen. There will be a little bit of CGI here and there. We have some incredible people who will work, based out of Japan, and some in London. We have a real orchestra lined up who's going to do the real score. So we'll be going out to London to actually record the score as well.
Incredible.
So yeah, man, this is going to be next level for us, and just hopefully just the whole the indie scene, the Black indie scene. That's what I'm excited to be a part of, to just be a part of this. Be a part of this collective that's pushing these kind of areas forward, man. So
yeah, man, that's dope. Real quick, I got a super chat here. $20 super chat from Kev Z247. He says, reminds me of Game Crisis. Much love to my brother. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, man. I mean, you're gonna see all kinds of different things that are gonna remind you of things, but that shows how dope the film looks already, and that's just the concept. So imagine $250,000, $250,000 behind that vision, y'all. So David Kirkman, filmmaker of Woke Nation Films, right? Woke Nation Films or Woke Nation Productions? Woke Nation
Entertainment.
My bad. Semantics. I'm just kidding. But Woke Nation Entertainment, he's got something really, really amazing. He's going to be putting in the link in the chat after he jumps off here. Please, y'all, go jump on, support. All right. This is a young brother that's killing it in the game, and he's only in St. Louis. This is all coming from St. Louis, right? He's shooting, at least for now. I mean, shoot, I'm sure he'll be in LA here in no time. But at the same time, he's still bringing film and all that to St. Louis, and bringing really amazing actors. You know, shout out to my boy Mike Diamond. That's my brother right there. You know what I'm saying? He's in the movie. It was nice to see a lot of familiar faces in the movie as well, and it's nice to see y'all doing your thing. And you know, hey, you know, I'm just gonna throw it out there. If you need another actor, holla at your boy. I'm just saying, you know, I'm just saying. Shameless plug for myself. I might as well. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
But David, I appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you coming on and spending your time with us. And good luck with your endeavors, man. Real talk.
Thank you so much, Pascal. Thank you so much. Thank you all so much.
Anytime, man. Talk to you soon.
All right, you too.
So there you go. There you guys have it. I mean, David Kirkman, very, very talented individual. You guys got to go and check him out. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Mocha Sister, thank you, sweetheart. She says, lots of success to you. Love the creativity. And that's straight up to you, David Kirkman, if you're still listening. Hopefully he will put in the link into the chat as soon as he does. And if I don't see it, somebody, I don't know, yell at me or something so I can pull him up and actually pin that link to the top. Because like I said, if you got a couple bucks and you want to throw it towards his film, by all means, please do so. Because like I said, talented kid, talented dude. And I see this movie going crazy. I just see it going places. Real talk. And if you feel like it's a little funny and you're like, I don't know if I want to give out like $1 to this man's cause, go check out Hardware and you'll change your mind. I guarantee it. All right. Well, as we wait for my brother to come onto the show, the man mindset, we're still waiting for him to jump on. But when he does jump on, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. There's so many random different things going on. Real talk. And I'm looking forward to you guys jumping on later on, because we are going to have a discussion, a little Ask Pascal segment, which we are going to be talking about the concept of cheating, right? What defines cheating? Now, the thing is what's funny is right now Steph Curry might not be so happy right now. You know why, you ask? Because well, his parents are getting divorced. Yeah, not the greatest news in the world. Let's keep it straight funky. And right now, it seems like it's getting very, very messy. I got a little article. We're gonna show it right quick. And there's a lot of different allegations, and it's funny. They're like pointing the fingers at each other instead of just getting down to the brass tacks and just deal with the divorce itself, the actual movement of the divorce, right? That's all they need to do. Jump in, do the divorce, and call it a day. But no, they're trying to make it difficult for each other, because both of them apparently are in the wrong. And this is what I mean by there's a lot to talk about, okay, with this situation. So Dell and Sonya Curry, Steph Curry's parents, divorce is getting messy with cheating allegations flying, all right? Sonya and Dell Curry are each blaming the other's infidelity as the cause of their split after 33 years of marriage. In court docs obtained by TMZ, Dell accuses Sonya of carrying on an extramarital affair for years with Steven Johnson, who was a Virginia Tech athlete in the mid-'80s at the same time as the splitting couple. Now, this is them. Look at them, Dell and Sonya. Good-looking couple. I mean, they made Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? They doing okay for themselves, right? So, in divorce docs, Dell claims Sonya has been living with Johnson in Tennessee. Sonya has responded that she has been living alone because Dell has not allowed her to live at home. I don't blame him. I mean, if I found out my wife of 30 some odd years was knocking boots with somebody else, I would feel some type of way too. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? Okay. Sonya admits she is currently in a dating relationship, but is adamant that the relationship began after the couple legally separated in March of 2020. Okay. That's fine. Sonya also accuses Dell, who had a 16-year career that ended in 2002, of frequent infidelity throughout their marriage. Now, here it is, though. She could do bad all by herself, right? Can you blame her for going around if he did this? If he was going around and sneaking around and having the time of his life for 16 years, she can't get hers either? Just curious. Think about it for a second. We're gonna be talking about this here very, very soon, because it blends into our conversation about how do we define cheating, and it spans so many different ways for a lot of different people. So we are going to be talking about this here very, very soon. Okay. Dell and Sonya are also well-known NBA fans as the parents of Warriors star Steph Curry and 76ers sharpshooter Seth Curry. The couple met at Virginia Tech, where Dell was making his name on the basketball court and Sonya on the volleyball court. So they both be tall. Okay. That's while Johnson was catching passes for the Hokies, racking up a total of 1,058 yards and 8 touchdowns in 3 seasons, still ranking third in the school history among tight ends in both categories. Johnson graduated in 1988, 2 years after Dell. The Patriots drafted Johnson in the 6th round of the 1988 NFL draft, and he played 1 season in the league. Johnson is currently the president of Johnson Commercial Development, one of the largest commercial developers in the southeastern United States. According to the Courier Herald, he is also a big Virginia Tech donor, enough so that one of the football practice fields on the campus bears his name. So he got some monies. He got them bags, baby. Bags. Biggity bags, okay? Sonya filed for divorce papers on June 14th. Okay. So we got all this. Now, here's the thing. Here's the other piece that you need to know as well. With all these accusations back and forth, they're pointing the finger at each other saying, no, you were knocking boots. No, you were knocking boots. Doing this kind of thing. You know what I mean? He did it. No, he did it. Right? What's interesting is, whilst this is going on, she is seeking alimony. She's trying to reach into his pockets, and he's sitting here saying, hail to the no. Straight up. Straight up saying, hail to the no. No, no, no. Okay? So, we've got to talk about this, yo. We have got to have a conversation about this because, like I said, this is messed up. It's messed up. And it doesn't look good for both of them, period. Doesn't matter who did wrong, who cheated first, who cheated last, who's currently knocking boots with who. It don't matter. 2 wrongs don't make it right, in my personal opinion. But this is also, what about the kids? What about the children? Okay. Now I know they grown-ass men. All right. They hooping, they got kids and all that stuff too. All right. But at the same time, this is not the best way to get this thing done. I got my boy, the man mindset, in the house. What's up, man? How you doing, my brother?
Man, I appreciate being on here. Thank you for having me, my brother.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Much love.
Hey, I appreciate you coming on and being flexible with me. I know that we were supposed to have you on this morning, but because of stuff, I couldn't get away from the work. But I appreciate you coming on right now to chop it up with me. We got to talk about this issue, man. And then, of course, it's going to kind of meld into another conversation.
Okay.
But I want to hear your thoughts on this, man. This whole this whole Dell and Sonya Curry messy debacle that we're witnessing in the public eye.
Well, it's not really a debacle. It's just what happens when you don't have a sense of self, when you don't know your name, when you don't have any standards, laws, rules, codes, or principles on how you choose a mate, how you train that mate, and set expectations, and being able to walk away. He didn't walk away, but this is the average thing that's going on right now. And I don't know if he's in an alimony state or not, but if he's in one, he's going to have to pay alimony. If he's in one, but I don't know if he's in is it California or? Where's he at right now? I don't
Honestly, I don't know. I honestly do not know where they are. Where this whole thing is filed. Actually, hold up. Let me see. Let me see if it says that in the article really quick. No, it doesn't say anything in this article that I'm reading. But of course, I'm sure there's more information out there. But continue.
Yeah. I was just saying that what's happening is this is the norm for a lot of young men out there, even older men who don't have a standard. And when a woman does such a disrespectful thing as cheating, now I don't know who cheated first, but once the cheating was known, it was time to leave at that point. You can't leave after all the damage is done, then complain that the damage is done. You can't burn the house down and then later on say, oh man, it's not fair, the house burned down. No, that's what men don't do. So, but this is the norm with a lot of guys when they don't have a sense of self. This is their end game, man.
Yeah, I mean, this is just like I said, it's just a very interesting turn of events to me, because it's kind of like the whole thing of, all right, say that he was cheating for 16 years, right?
Yeah.
And then suddenly she, maybe after having the children, raising the children, they're off on their own, doing their own thing. She maybe is securing some bags from her kids because they're probably giving them some money, supporting them, of course. So she okay, right? So in a way, it's like she don't need him really anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So then she's going, well, let me let this freak flag fly. Let's keep it real. Because in her head, maybe she's going, well, he got his. I can get my own too.
Well, as an ex-gigolo, I'll tell you that all this was happening before she decided to put her flag up. See, there are so many problems here in this that people need to learn about. Now, first off, there are some NBA. Okay, when he was in, I think they met when he was playing. Am I correct or no? Was he playing when they met?
I think they just met in college, if I'm correct.
Okay, so he
They
did
met in
play
college, and he was playing.
Okay, so there are some women out there. Now I won't say her, but there are some women out there saying, "Look, you're gonna do your thing. Just don't bring it on me and make me look bad." There's some women that do that. There's some women that know that there are groupies and there are women out there, and some women are like, okay, just don't bring it back to my doorstep. I'm not saying that's her, but on the other hand, if you're not taking care of home, see, a lot of men don't know how to emotionally take care, not them being emotional, how to take care of an emotional woman that needs a hug or, things like that. And when she doesn't get those things, I think before she raised the flag up, she was probably with somebody before she said enough's enough.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, please continue. I'm sorry. I didn't mean
No. It's what a lot of people like this get into relationships and they think just because you put a ring on their finger that everything is fine and you can just go about doing what you want to do. But if you're not taking care of home and you're not structuring the relationship in your wife the way a man should, they're going to start looking for what I used to be. They will start looking for guys that, you know what? Hey, you want to be held? I'll hold you.
Yeah.
You want to talk? We can talk.
The ones that have no problem slinging that wayward D, of course, and they don't give a damn. They're like, okay,
yeah,
you want some of this? I'll give it to you. I mean, no strings attached.
Yes.
And she's like, baby, that's all that I'm looking for.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. So I get it. It's establishing that it's establishing that foundation of like, maybe, she's getting her, she's sowing her wild oats, right?
Yeah.
Sowing her royal oats, if you will, right? After the fact.
Yes.
And she's going, well, now that I've gotten a few guys under my belt, and now that I found somebody that is up to my caliber, because of course she is, her money game's different. Okay.
Right.
This ain't some girl who's, working a regular 9-to-5. This is something completely different. I mean, multi-million-dollar deals type of stuff. So So, of course, she finds a new guy that fits.
Yes.
That's on the same plane. Hopefully the sex is good. Hopefully. But she found somebody that's willing to give her what she wants.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And checks all the boxes in a way. Right. So then, of course, she goes, honey, I've been sleeping around. That's when she does it. Honey, I've been sleeping around. But hey, you've been sleeping around for 16 years. You were flying all over the place and swinging that, giving vitamin D to every girl you could think of. And I sat there. I raised your children. I took care of your house and home. Yeah. So now I'm going to do me.
Yeah.
I mean, there was footage out there where 5 years ago, for crying out loud, where she's like gyrating and twerking on dudes and stuff in the stands while her son is playing in the court, on court and all that stuff. And people are going, oh, is she cheating? And it's like, well, she probably been cheating.
Yes.
Honestly. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because that thrill is gone, just gone.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it might have never been there. It neither is. Some women marry for security, and what they will have are bad boys and a-holes on the side that fill in the blanks. And the reason why she hasn't found that guy yet is because a lot of women, when they cheat with the a-holes and the bad boys, they tend to fall in love. And these guys say, wait, this is the rules. We just smashing. I'm just your dildo in the closet. I'll hold you if you want to be held. And like I said before, but there's no relationship. So she's brokenhearted. So, but don't get it wrong. She probably she's a fairly attractive woman still. She's very attractive for her age. And you know what? She can find a sucker still at her age that she can control the things. So if she's in control of things, I'm sure she's saying, you know what? Now is not the time. I'm gonna wait, like you say, get the bag up a little bit. And then you know what? Kids are really grown now, so they're not really gonna feel the dent of this. So you know what? I'm tired. I'm sick of it. It's over.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I feel like she's getting. I think she's just doing bad all by herself. She's just doing exactly what he's been doing.
Yeah.
And of course, he feels some type of way because he finds out that she's with somebody else now.
Mm-hmm.
So he's sitting there going, no, you can't come back to the crib. Like if you're already shacking up, like I'm sure, like, and that's the thing. That's the question I need to pull out there too, right? And this is to the fam as well. What constitutes, like, here it is. The man goes and cheats, right? Say he goes and cheats. Say he goes out and cheats just one time. It's only one time, man. And she goes out and she does it too. Are they even or no? Just saying out loud. This was an ongoing thing I saw online. There was like a survey going on. It's like person goes off and cheats. Their spouse goes off and cheats as well. Who's in the wrong?
Well, I would say he's in the wrong, but they're not even because of the female emotional connection that the woman will have with the individuals, or getting a hit of that drug of what it feels like to feel secure in a sexual way. So even though he's wrong because he started it, I think it's more impactful for the woman, because when you're able to feel, like I say, feeling those emotional things that the man, her husband, wasn't feeling in, that's more of a powerful drug, because she had a sample of it. It's like when you go to the mall, in the food court. The reason they give you samples in the mall, because they know that if you like it enough, you're going to go back in line when you come back to the mall the next time. So right. I feel like because it was more of an emotional, he was just, what guys say, being a man, he was just smashing. There was no ties with the women. He was just knocking them down. But I think her ties with other men were more on because women are emotional. So the attachment is much deeper when a woman does it versus when a man does it, unless the man is soft, where he becomes emotional into the woman.
Right. Or, well, true. True. No. It's true. I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I'm with you on that. All that. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, there are men out here that are just going in to just, get in, get off, get out.
Yes.
Right. They go, oh, aesthetically, you look really good. I want to see that naked.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Yes.
Whereas it's another thing on the other side of the fence. But I feel like the world that we live in now is changing. I feel like more and more women are becoming are having that male mentality of getting it in and get going. You see what I'm saying? I mean, listen to all the songs that are coming out nowadays. I mean, it's different nowadays. It's not what it used to be. It's not about it's about effing. You know what I mean? It's about the game. It's about sport effing and moving on, right? I feel like that's becoming more of the norm than it used to be. Well, yes, there are still emotional whatever. You know what I mean? There is still emotional stuff that goes on in certain circumstances, but I feel like more of the norm is getting to the point where it's like, you see what I'm saying? Is getting to the point where now it's okay to just swap spit with whoever you want to swap spit with, and it's not, there's no emotional attachment.
Well, I've always I think it's always been okay. And if let's look at a female. All right, we'll start in high school, because even though they've probably been doing some stuff in junior high school, but let's go to high school. So when I was in high school, the freshman girls would mess with the sophomore boys because of maturity. The sophomore girls would the sophomore girls would mess with the junior boys because of maturity. The senior girls would mess with the college boys because of what? Maturity. So, and the reason why was because and we fast forward today, hey, how you doing? Not being able to talk to women, not being able to communicate as these guys can't do, and all this other stuff. So what people don't understand is women are looking to their sexuality. They want to explore their sexuality. They're looking, because think about it. No more mom, no more dad, no more rules. That means I can explore a woman. I can explore two women. I can explore two guys. I have sexual freedom to go beyond what I thought was sexual, learning my body, learning masturbation, learning the dildos, learning the kinks that I like, learning what I like as a woman. And the only one that can give me that satisfaction, that's why the young freshmen are always messing with the professors, because they're looking, and I kind of tie this into what's going on right now. They're tired of these guys that don't know what they're doing. What do you do for a living? And when was your last boyfriend? And they're scared and they have no confidence and all these other things. So these women are looking, they want experience and they want to explore what they are. We can think about this. We were no different, you and I mean, as men, and again, I'm not making excuses for women. I'm just saying, even as guys, we want to see. It seems like women are being shamed for doing the things that we do. It's no different. We want to explore our sexuality. Maybe for us, we probably were doing it earlier, but I'm just saying after high school, we want to test the waters and either be with an older woman, a younger woman, two women, or get with your boy and ride a train, just a whole bunch of stuff. Women love sex. I'm sorry. They love sex. They love penetration. But they also love the mental stimulation that somebody can give them versus what they had in high school. So the problem is, you have a woman going on this trajectory right here, learning her sexuality, learning her body, learning how she fantasizes and her kinks and all these things. But then you have these guys that carry over the high school behavior in college into the real world. Can't talk to women, don't know how to talk to women, scared to talk to women. Interview women, and then when they get with a woman, they think like life is porn. So they see a woman. And today, think about this: they walk up to a woman and they think, "Hey, how you doing? My name is Steve. Let's go back to my place and sleep with him." What? That's what they think.
That's the mentality that's being taught out here with the younger cats. With the younger cats, I mean, you got the younger cats that are saying these kind of things,
right?
Instead of it being like, all right, hey. I don't know. Me personally, it's not all about the body count for me. It's not about the body count.
You never know.
I feel like it's more than that. Like, I feel like it's a hard conversation to have, but or a hard topic to talk about fully. But what I'm trying to say is, it's like, it's not all just what it's okay, so therefore I'm just throwing spitting game and all that stuff. I mean, like, life isn't always just about running around and bagging girls, and vice versa. It's not about running around and bagging dudes and just having a body count that is just as long as your whole body. I mean, there's just more to relationships and more to life than just running around and doing batting practice in making life. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. It's a lot of fun and it's fantastic. And, it's great to see beautiful women naked. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, there's more to it. And I feel like, yes, people are nowadays, I mean, women and men are looking at stuff like P-Hub, right? And so I feel like nowadays it's become that. It's become that what you just said. It's very it's the microwave mentality. It's the microwave society. Instead of it being like I said, getting to know somebody and throwing proper game at a woman or a man, right?
Yes.
Instead of it's, oh, let me just act like I'm this mother lover. I just, like, for example, I was at a restaurant the other day.
Yes.
And I'm sitting there, I'm chilling, I'm enjoying my meal.
Yes.
I look over to my right and I see this dude. The girl he's with is beautiful. Just a beautiful woman, okay? Beautiful black woman. This mother lover is trying to sit there in a dark ass restaurant with mother loving shades on. The entire time he has shades on. He ain't blind. I didn't see no walking stick. I didn't see nothing. This dude was straight up trying to spit game, trying to act like he's a superstar. And the entire time I'm like, this is the game that's going on. This is what we're seeing out here. And this was an old head too. And I'm like, this is how it's going. Dark shades. These were not like rose-colored glass. These were dark.
Yeah.
Okay, you wear them when it's like noon on the beach, no cloud in the sky. You feel me?
Yes.
He's in this place acting like I'm like, this is how we spit game. This is what's going on now. Even the old heads are doing this too. What is going on? You think it's gonna work? Well, bruh, I was surprised he didn't hit the door on his way out because he couldn't find the door handle. It was so damn dark. Anyway.
I see it all the time. I see when I go to high-end restaurants, I see guys, the woman's on her phone or he's on his phone. They're looking around, and these are like, we're talking, he's going to spend at least 300 easy just off the meal type thing. So
nice restaurant too.
Oh yeah. Oh, those nice ones. Oh yeah. But they don't understand what we call game, what we learn game. See, and getting back to what you're saying about the microwave society, what's going on is that I'm not going to say it was happening bad before the internet. It's just that now we've got a computer, and a camera, and a library. We got everything in the palm of our hand. So everything that's going on is, it's always I'm world star, whatever. So I believe, I'm not going to say, women love sex. I don't understand what people think women don't like sex. Women love sex. They love it. But what people don't understand is they just don't want to have sex with you because they don't like weak, weird, and creepy guys that can't express. And I'm not saying express themselves, but to be able to talk to a woman versus kissing her butt, running behind her, cupcaking, buying her a bunch of dinners to try to, or trick his money. We call that tricking, when you take a woman out to dinner for the means of sex, not just see the purposes of not seeing if you're compatible, but to see if I can persuade her into sleeping with me. So, but see, this problem has been happening since 2000. See, 2007. See, people don't understand the history of why we're at right now. If I could give you a moment, I can explain it to you. It's really okay. Because for those who don't know, I've been in this game for over 30 years. Okay, so I've seen it. I've seen it all. I started like 86, 89 teaching guys games. So in the 70s, there was a guy. Okay, I always talk about how people used to go across the street. Like for Elvis, they went across the street, saw a guy shaking his hips. They came back to their side, gave it to a guy named Elvis Presley, and they called it rock and roll. You know what I mean? they would always take, from our side, you know what I mean? And just little things. So in 1975, there was a guy named Doc Love, and he was teaching guys how to pick up women. He had an apprentice named Ross Jeffries. Now we're going to the 80s. I'm just trying to give you the history lesson real quick. Ross Jeffries used a thing called NLP and mixed it with seduction and created speed seduction. He, on the other hand, had another guy named, I forgot, Eben, something that created something called W. Dayton, which spawned a thing called the seduction community. So we're just repeating history real quick. I'm going to explain why. 2 decades ago, the men were doing the same thing now, lying to guys, teaching them how to lie, manipulate, and deceive women. And they had these things called layers all over the world where women didn't even know this was underground. They would go around and they would find ways to manipulate women into having sex, to lie and manipulate them. Okay, now there was no metal, there was no red pill, there was no high value, there was no purpose, there was none of that stuff. 2007, August 6th or August 8th, 2007 is when everything turned around, because what was underground came to light, because on VH1, they had a show called The Pickup Artist. Okay. Yes. So the women then started to realize that, wait a second, because at that time there were gold diggers and the strippers were just doing their things in the strip club.
Hustling.
Yeah, they was right. They was hustling. But once they realized that guys were going around in groups, passing out information to learn how to manipulate women, that's when the game changed. Then all of a sudden, these women said, okay, if you want to play, let's play. If you want to play that manipulation game, let's play. You know what? I need a chauffeur. I need someone to put up my Christmas or Halloween lights. I need someone to buy me dinners and drinks. I need someone to be a shoulder, to be my bank account. Let me go ahead and sign you up. So then the pickup artists became these, well, it's not fair anymore. Oh, women are the scourge of the earth. And then comes these pills and all these other things where all these guys are saying, well, stay away from single mothers, and single mothers are bad, and stay away from women. And what they're doing is what they did 20 years ago. You've got young, gullible, disillusioned, and naive young men that have problems with women. But instead of learning how to run real game, my brother, what they're doing is they're doing what the PUAs are doing, quick fixes. Forget the women. She's all in the streets, and all these women have all these people, and all. It's a bunch of it's like snake oil salesmen that are hurting these young men, but they don't realize this: women have more game on their pinky than most men, and they don't realize that because she's met them before. So they think, so you can't manipulate somebody that is the king or the master of manipulation. What I mean is makeup, eyeliner, that's a disillusion, push-up bras, and all that other stuff. Right. So she knows illusion, lies, and things like that. So that's how it all started real quick. I didn't mean to go too long. But
No. You good. No, you giving us the history. This is the kind of stuff that I need to know too, because I don't know that history. So I appreciate you giving me that history. And I just think it's interesting because I don't know if there is. I mean, there is conversations of like women running game too, right? But are they like? I know this might sound like this might be a dumb question, but are there people out there teaching women the game?
Women are.
Are there other women like pillar women? Like, look at this. Is there a female Kevin Samuels out there saying this is how you finesse men? We see it on the guy's side all day long. We talk about the manosphere. I know I said it. I told myself I wasn't going to say that ish, but we did say it. We gonna go in here. But at the same time, is there a female Kevin Samuels out here that's basically saying, ladies, this is how you get this man.
Yes.
Ladies, this is how you get them, and this is how you make them pay what you want. I hate to say it like that. I'm not sitting here saying that women only want monies, but at the same time, let's keep it real. A lot of these videos I see all the live long day from women are either it's very polarizing. It's either, yeah, girl, get you that Birkin bag from that man, baby, or you get the other ones where it's like, man, cherish your man. Be lucky with who you got. Have his back. There's nobody really in between. So I'm wondering if there is a guru for women being like, you want this money? Come talk to me. You see what I'm saying?
It's mom. Well, let me. It's two part. Okay.
All right.
Have you seen Jennifer Lopez's movie, The Hustle?
Hustlers?
No, yeah, whatever the movie she was in. Okay.
Hell yeah. Who hasn't?
Think about
if you're a fan of Jennifer Lopez,
right?
It. Okay.
Yes. Think about the game she was spitting with the women in that room is the same game a lot of young girls get when they are around maybe in their teens, where because they go to mommy, I don't understand, why is this little boy giving me flowers, and why does this little boy wrote it, why am I getting these chocolates for Valentine? Because back in our day we had little paper bags that we had to put on the chalkboard. I'm 50, so but these girls are, mom, why are these boys giving me all this attention, and why are these boys doing these things? Oh, come here, girl. Let me talk to you for a second. It's either the mom, the aunt, or an older chick that say, listen, what these boys they're gonna start giving you things. They're gonna start doing things because they are trying to get something that if you learn how to use it correctly, you don't have to give it away.
Bruh.
You can get the bag.
Word. Okay.
Game. Yes.
But that's okay. Hold on. See, now you're messing me up because it's like, oh damn, it starts at home, people.
Wait, check this out.
But go ahead.
If you don't believe me, check this out. If you don't believe me, tonight when you get a chance or tomorrow, call your mom. Say, Mom, I love you. Mom, I got a friend, Mom, I got a friend that's going on a date. What should he do? And the woman that has held you in your belly for 9 months, she's working for women. What are they going to say? Be a gentleman. Be a nice guy. Open doors. Take her to a fancy restaurant. The woman that has held you in her belly is working for other women.
Facts.
They're not
what you're saying.
Yeah.
Just like the father that brought you into this world. And if I hate to say it like this, but if you're lucky enough to have him in your life,
yes,
he's going to tell you his way of the samurai.
Yeah.
But he's, you know what I'm saying? It's like that scene from Don't Cost a Thing. I'm calling out Nick Cannon right now. Dag nabbit. You know the scene with Bernie Mac? No, not Bernie Mac. Why am I forgetting his name right now? Oh my God, I'm dying here. Steve Harvey. He's having that scene with Steve Harvey's having his talk with his son about how to sling, how to get these ladies and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's going in and saying, this is how you do this and all that. And he's like, you got to get, and he's giving him a whole bunch of prophylactics and all that stuff. It's like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh man, it starts at home. You weren't joking.
Yeah.
You weren't joking. He's like, oh, I see you running after those girls now. And I see these girls interested in you now. So this is how you get it.
Yeah.
Here it is. So that's funny. Yeah, you're right.
They work behind.
It starts at home.
Yeah. Well, it's not just home. The reinforcement is they work behind the scenes. See, what these guys don't understand is that the reason I say these women have known them before is because these women do homework and listen. They know that 99.99999% of the guys out here, I'm gonna leave out the gay guys, but 98. I gotta leave 98. There's 1% gay, then there's us, there's our kind. But the 98% of these guys are scared of women. They don't know how to talk to them, and they have anxiety issues. Okay, so that's all she gets all day, every day. From elementary to junior high to high school to college and in the real world. So that means that what these guys don't know, as soon as you open your mouth, she already not only knows your story, but she's cold enough to figure out where she wants to place you. I mean, and again, I'm giving women credit here. Hey, look, I don't do it much time, but I gotta give them credit. Women are cold enough to just hear how you approach, they know when you say how you doing, you want to sleep with them. When you say, can I help you with that? They want to say, they know you want to sleep with them, but they also know what you are by what you do. game is what game does. So when the majority, if you got the majority of these guys out there, well, let me be your friend, do that sidebar stuff. Let me be your friend and on the eggshells and let me hang out with you. And, I'm always here for you and I care about you. And this, I just care about all that stuff, right? They know the guys want to sleep with them, but they also are smart enough to play dumb. They are smart enough to be naive. They are smart enough to say, oh, I didn't know you liked me. I didn't know you were. They knew from day one that, you know what? I need a chauffeur. You know what? I need a new bank account. I needed a shoulder to cry on or a new guy friend. You ready? To teach me about that one mythical guy that mom and always told me to stay away from. Is that one guy. You see what I'm saying?
well, usually it's the one guy that they go running for. It's like a moth to a flame.
Yes.
But it doesn't. But that's the thing that I try to understand, like wrap my mind around, is why is it that, okay, real quick, because I do have a comment that just popped up and it hit me. Okay. Yeah. Because here it is. And just let me run with this for 1 second. Sidecar Tommy said, no. I'm not saying that meant shut the hell up. All right. So no, I'm just playing. I'm playing. Let me just say this one thing real quick. But Sidecar Tommy said, why learn how to manipulate? Okay. Which is a very good question. Very, very good question. The reason why I ask this is this. All right. Here it is. All right. You got guys out here that are just a-holes, F-boys, running around, running game, getting girls all the time. But then and they're manipulating the system. They're manipulating. They're faking the front. Some of the guys are showing off that they got cars that they don't actually drive, homes that they don't actually own, so on and so forth. Money they don't really actually have. It's probably the last few hundred that they got in their pocket, and they're going, oh, damn, I hope I have enough tomorrow to pay the electric bill. And that's, 3 months behind and all that stuff. You see what I'm saying? Robbing Peter to pay Paul so that they can get some, some ill now. Okay. And we're just talking about the guy side here, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. But then there's the other guys, right? Then there's the other guys out here that are just good human beings that grew up with a good foundation or a good understanding of being a good human being. Maybe some of them are like, they had their fun. You know what I'm saying? They got through their hoe phase. They went around, they slanged some D, they did their thing. There's some guys that have that too. They were F-boys for a second, but then they saw the light, right? And there's the guys out there that just have no clue, right?
Yes.
But at the same time, if you notice, guys are manipulating the game so that they can bag the girl or get the girl, right? Which is manipulation. Right. So what about these other guys out here that are not manipulating? Which I'm like, hey, what about these good guys out here? There's a lot of good men out here that aren't manipulating. They go to church or whatever. They work on their job. They make the monies. They're great on paper. They're fantastic, good-looking men. They're just nice. But for some weird reason, you got the girls out there like a moth to a flame, go straight for the F-boys that are manipulating the game. Please explain that then.
Okay, there's two things. Okay, all right. Here's the thing. Okay. All right, we're going to break this down. Get your crayons out. We're going to get you. Okay, so when it comes, now it's time for you to be quiet. No, I'm just playing.
No, I'll shut the hell up.
When it comes, okay, so you're looking at the wrong guys. Okay, ones that, you got to look at how guys are today. All right, they're, again, microwave. They're looking for the quick fix. They're looking to be a surgeon in the day. And they're looking for somebody to tell them how to lie and manipulate women. You got to be a high value man. You got to have money. You got to have clothes. You got to have cars to get women type lies to these guys because, gentlemen, your car cannot text for you. Your clothes cannot put flavor in her ear and turn her on. So I don't know the BS they got these guys on. But what's happening is that a lot of these guys don't want to learn what is called street game, the game. And I'll explain that in a second. You see, the game is not about women. The game has never been about women. The game has always been about a sense of self and how you move in this world and how you deal with you first and how you put your bid in with the woman. But I'll put that on the side real quick because we're going to get to the manipulators first, and then we're going to get to the good guys. So the manipulators, they are desperate, needy, and creepy. The reason they're not getting it is because the women know that they're desperate, needy, and creepy. And here's the huge thing. Y'all cray on this. Guys, judgments are very important, because when you place a judgment on a woman who's very insecure, the problem is she's going to feel some kind of way about it. Meaning that if you meet a woman and say, let's go back to my place and let's sleep together, and I don't even know you, what is the judgment you're putting on the woman? That she's easy, that she's a whore, and she's a slut. And see, and the rule of the game is you don't make a woman feel that way. Remember, women have belief systems, and then they are driven by emotions. Most guys are attacking the belief system versus attacking the emotions. See, it's the emotions that will loophole the belief system, where the woman says, I know I shouldn't, but I think I will. But we'll get in that in a second. So those are the manipulators. Let's get them out of the way. Now, let's talk about the good guys. All you guys out there, get your piece of paper out and draw 2 circles and put them right next to each other, okay? This is very important about what I'm going to tell you. See, it's not the fact that you're a good guy is why you don't get women. It's the fact that you're standing on the wrong square or circle. See, there is what you do and who you are. And everything that you were saying before about these good guys, they have a good job. They go to church. They this, that. That's what you do. But if you peel away what you do, which women always do, they want to learn the who you are. It's not about what you do unless they want to. It's got to be a balance. If I sleep with him, well, at least he's got to give me something, because it creeps me out. So I got to get that balance.
Right.
So the good guys, the problem with the good guys is that they're good. The problem is that we are in a competitive world. From the moment your dad met your mom and you had the great, what we call sperm race, that was the beginning of competitive thing. Now, here's the thing. You won, you're a winner. You made it. You made it to the egg. But this world is built on being competitive.
Survival of the fittest.
Right. So it's always got to be that. And listen, I'm not saying being nice is a bad thing. It's a bad thing when you don't have a standard, when you can't speak up for yourself, when you're not clear, concise, transparent, when you don't lead by example, when you don't see the big picture, when you don't have vision, when you don't focus on results, when you don't get things done. And I don't mean get things done as in taking her to dinner, but you take all these things right there that you don't have, and you meet a woman, and what do? You place her above yourself. Oh, she's so beautiful. Oh, she's so sexy. I got to impress her. I've got to prove, beg, and do whatever I can to show her why she should be with me. And that's why you fail, because she has met you before also. And don't get me wrong. Women are smart enough to play dumb. And I'm not going to say all women, but some women will take advantage of good guys. I'm sorry. That's just the laws of nature. I don't play. That's just the rule. Now, then there's that 1%er, that 1%. Now, these guys aren't manipulators. These guys do not beat around the bush. They don't walk on eggshells. See, everybody, if you think about it, the weird ones are coming from this way. The good guys are coming this way. The thing about a man, he's coming straight at you. Listen, I'm just telling you what I want. And I'm going to let you know where I stand. And listen, you make the choice. You can say no, nice knowing you. Or you can be down. But see, the thing is, remember, think about this, brother. Always think women do this. When they meet you, they go in the past, they go into the future, and then the present. I mean, now remember that, okay? Past, future, present. So when they meet you, again, like I said, they've met you before. So based off your behaviors, what do? They go into the past of all your weirdness that you do, all the insecurities, always handcuffing, bothering her, crying, complaining, whining, being emotional.
Right.
Then she goes into the future of, oh my God, I remember this guy had to have a restraining order on, or this guy, he tried to kidnap me, or this guy was too weird for me. So then she comes back into the present like that. I mean, it's just like boom, boom, boom. How it's just women just are smart this way. I'm giving women credit for you ladies out there. I'm over here giving y'all a little bit of credit right now. But What I'm saying is that the thing about me, I'm gonna give you an example. I'm a geek. I'm a nerd. I play video games. I watch sports, and I'll even watch SpongeBob SquarePants. I'm not ashamed of that. But guess what? I know if I meet a woman that I can put enough flavor in her ears and her eyes when I first meet her to position myself to show her why she should get with me. Two totally different things, because I make everything about me. But see, because even though I'm a nice guy, see, I get these keywords, these nice guys, the good guys, real quick. The good guys you were talking about,
right?
The keywords they get is what? Nice, kind, thoughtful, friendly, caring. You know what I get? A-hole, jerk, cocky, conceited, arrogant, thinks he's all that. Right. That's why I win. But here's the thing I want to go away. Now go back to your mom real quick. If all you guys out there, you ask your mom about the date and she lies to you, tells you to be a good guy, tells you to open the door and all that other stuff. And I want you to say, well, Mom, tell me about Dad, and watch what she says. He was an a-hole. He never listened.
You know,
he was right.
I got a story. So I told my mom, I asked my mom this, and I'll never forget it. He walked over and was basically like, you know, I'm gonna marry you. That was it. He was like, you're the one. It was done. First time they ever met. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But like he was very confident. He went straight forward to her. He was like, what's up? It wasn't all this nice, you know, how you doing kind of thing. No, it wasn't. But also my dad had, as you said, putting some flavor in her ear. I like that.
Yes.
He was, he had options. He was a high value, like within this whole world that we're talking about.
Yes.
He had options, you know, he was going places. And people knew that.
Mm-hmm.
But when he walked over and he put his eyes and his attention on her, it was everything, you know, and then swept her off her feet. And then they moved to America just like that, you know? And yeah, he was very much like very definitive. You know, he knew that she was it and it was a done deal. So I hear you on that. You know what I mean? But
yes.
I've heard the story many, many times. Right.
Yeah.
So yeah. I hear you on that.
So just to wrap that up,
Yeah,
what people don't understand is, see, nice guys and creepy guys or thirsty and needy guys. See, the thirsty, needy guy, he just wants. And listen, I want to say this. I don't want to shame any of you young men. It's not bad to want sex from a woman. It's just how you're going about getting it is bad. That's how I want to make sure I say that, because I don't want to shame anybody that wants to have sex. You're supposed to want to have sex, but what you're doing is you're being disingenuous about who you are to that woman, thinking that you're lying and duping somebody that already knows what you're doing from the get-go. It's like she already knows you, right? Okay. So yeah. So then,
go ahead.
Yeah, just real quick. So the good guys is the reason why you're in the position you're in is because you can't do the two things that a man can do: say no and walk away. You never let a woman feel comfortable. A woman should always have one foot out that door and one foot in your world, meaning that at any time she can let you go. But see, women are smart enough to do that to nice guys. They have their one foot in the door and one. So these guys got to keep what? Rolling fruit at her feet, kissing her butt, listening to her stories, talk about other guys. It's great, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and the funny thing is like, you know, obviously we're talking about this only on the men's side, obviously.
Yes.
And of course we could talk about this on the men's side, on the women's side as well.
Yes.
And you know, we definitely need to talk about that as well.
Mm-hmm.
But real quick, I put up the link up above. I see over 100 of you guys in here. Please be sure to hit that like button down below. Show some love and respect. I would really appreciate it. Give us all the energy in the world. Hit that like button. Let's see it get past 100 likes. I'd really appreciate it. The other thing is too, I'll say this, the link is up above. Hit that link, join in. If you got a question, you know what I'm saying, you want to be a part of this conversation, come on in. The water is just fine. But we gotta slide right into the women, because here it is.
Yes.
That came out wrong. What I meant is we got to get into the conversation about women and on the side of women, because here it is. There's a lot of women out here that I'm sure that are trying to, get back into dating or date in general or anything of that sort. So we got to talk about that side too. What are your thoughts? Do you have any opinions about this women and all that?
Ladies, I was giving y'all compliments. Now I'm gonna be real with you. Hey, don't be mad at me, ladies. I'm just being real, okay? All right, now, ladies, I want to explain what I'm about to explain using McDonald's and Burger King to help you out with something that you ladies are lying to yourselves about. Now, McDonald's has the Big Mac and Burger King has the Whopper. We all know that. Now, McDonald's thinks that their Big Mac has value. And Burger King thinks that their Whopper has value, but it is the customer that places the value on the establishment based off of what he deems is valuable to him. So with that meaning, what I'm saying is I'm not saying value. I'm saying value yourselves, ladies, but I'm trying to tell you your value is going to stem from how the man values you. Or how he values himself, that is going to roll off of how he values you. You can have all the value you want for yourself, but a lot of you women are alone, cold bed. I'm not knocking you, but you're always wondering, why isn't he going to marry me? And why isn't he going to marry me, date me, or be with me? But I ask you ladies this, when's the last time you bought a man a drink? When's the last time you took a man out to dinner? When's the last time you did something for a man because it wasn't about feeding you, stuffing your face, and kissing your behind? It was about compatibility. But see, they don't teach. See, I'm getting deep here, bro. They don't teach women that. I know a lot of you women like, I would never buy a guy a drink. And that's why you are where you're at right now. Because guess what? These guys out here, wait, what's up?
No, I was just listening.
Okay, yeah. Well, I was saying, ladies, what I'm saying is, and there are the 4 things that you must learn how to do that is the hardest thing. Number 1 is learn how to submit, serve, sex, and unfortunately, and don't listen. I'm not trying to be bad, ladies. I'm just trying to tell you why he will sleep with you, hang out with you, but he won't marry you, because if you peel back and take off the weave, the makeup, the eyeliner, see, here's the thing. You ladies are insecure. That's a fact. We know you hate that woman in the mirror. Why do we know that? Because that's why you cake on the makeup, put on the fake eyeliners, the fake lashes, the push-up bra, and the tight clothes. Now, am I being mean right now? Because I don't want to sound like I'm mean. Am I okay? I'm okay.
No, you're saying what you're saying. You're saying your truth. Go ahead, man.
I just want to be the bad guy here. I'm just saying. Is that the real ones know that you really don't love yourself based off of the stuff that you cake on your body, put on your body, and augment your body to do all these things. We know that. The real ones don't. The fake ones, they get caught up in the mirage and stuff. But what I'm saying is that when we pull off the wig, when we take off your eyeliners, the fake lashes, nails, and all that other stuff, what do you bring to our kingdom or our table that we can't get for ourselves? That's the question. What do you bring to my life where I should? Because remember, here's the key thing, ladies, because I'm not the bad guy. I'm just the truth. At the end of the day, ladies, and ladies, if you're sitting up, please stand up. And ladies, if you're standing up, sit down, because it's going to hurt a little bit. At the end of the day, ladies, you're going after our last name. You're going after our ring. So if you're going after our last name and our ring, then don't you think you got to work a little bit harder? Don't you think you got to serve us a little bit more? Don't you think you got to submit and learn in certain places how to, be a little quiet when men are talking in spaces? And listen, I'm not a feminine. I love women, but I'm just being real. That's all.
Okay. No. And that's fine. You're speaking your truth, right? You're speaking, this is this is your opinion.
Yes.
About how women should approach situations.
Yes.
Now, thing though, what if these women, that are sitting here going, I'm doing all that? What do you say then? Oh, also, before you answer that, the link is open. Come on in. I want to hear your thoughts on this, fam.
Oof.
Come on in. I'd love to hear your thoughts. The line is open. Let's have this conversation. Do you agree or no? Hit that link. Let's have a conversation. Okay. So what about the women that are actually doing that? You see what I'm saying? What about the women that are actually holding it down at home more than just doing that? They're the ones who are providing the income and being, you know what I'm saying, that are career women doing it, kicking ass, taking names, still are able to pay their bills on time and do every other feminine, I guess, trope that there is. All right, to be in the categories of what feminine is, if that makes any sense. You see what I'm saying? What if they're holding it down? They a boss.
Remember, that's what you do. That's not who you are. That's not who you are. That's what you do. We're going to get to the who you are. See, ladies, and again, I don't make the rules up, so please don't get mad at me.
Interesting.
This all, number one, it's going to stem on your age. It's going to stem on your attitude. And I do want to say this, having a child doesn't make you bad. And I did nothing but for a lot of these guys today, it does. I didn't say for me. I said for a lot of these guys, they judge you off of the fact that you have a child. And I'm not here to say that's right or wrong. I'm just telling you what it is. So we got to look at age, number one. Sometimes we got to look at weight, number two. Sometimes we got to look at attitude, number three. And sometimes we got to look at, do you have other children? I mean, and again, I don't want to say these are bad things, but these guys out here, they're being trained today to think that you're the scourge of the earth because you have a child. And I don't believe that. I think that, you know what? Just because you have a child doesn't make you a bad person, because every woman has a child and every woman is different. These guys lump all women in. I'm not. I'm just saying that but I'm asking, what are you bringing to the table? I mean, again,
okay.
What are you doing to enhance that person's life? But also, the choices of men you make is also a problem, because if you're with a bum dude who isn't really doing anything for himself, why are you with him?
Facts.
You know,
because I was going to say these same rules can be applied to the men as well, because if you really think about it, if the man isn't going out there and I guess holding his own weight and doing what needs to be done on his side of things, and he's just at home playing video games and smoking weed all day, then what's the point of having that man in your life, period? And that's also the other thing. It's like, if he's not taking care of himself or anything like that, like these are both, like what you're saying still applies on both sides of the fence. You know, both people need to be held accountable for what they bring to the table, period. And if it means, and you know, of course, this is my own little version of it. If it means that you guys are in a dual earning household, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, as long as there's an understanding of what's going on and who plays what roles and who does those particular roles inside the household as well, as long as there's an understanding, as long as there's communication, then that should be good. But, you know, there's more to it than just the subservient X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? Go ahead. Because I do have somebody in here too.
I just want to say this real quick. I always tell women, I know ladies don't want to hear this, I always tell women the best guy you want is a guy that probably has somebody. I know that sounds crazy, but the reason why because a lot of women have lots of guys right now who are single, but they're not with them because they realize after they peel him back, they know why he's single and they're not messing with him.
He ain't got his itch together. Most of the time he ain't got his itch together. And that's why, see, this is now I get why a lot of men who are married are suddenly deemed more attractive to women, because not only because they show that they're committed, but it's also because 9 times out of 10 they got their ish together. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I see your point there. Hold on real quick. I got a Information Man. What's up, man? Shout out to Information Man. Thank you so much for being on. $4 super chat. Thank you so much. The Pascal Show. Peace and respect to you, brother. My brother. Thank you, Information Man. Thank you so much for the $4 super chat. We do have Keisha Callwood in the house. How you doing, sweetheart?
Hey, Pascal. I
What's on your
completely
mind?
agree with. Hey, I completely agree with this, brother. You know, it's hard to hear sometimes, and the truth hurts. But you have to choose well, and sometimes it's better to be alone and wait, so that you can choose well. If you are looking for what everybody else describes as a high value man, maybe that's not the type of guy you should be going for, because what he's looking for may not be you, and you're wasting your time, and you really don't have time to waste. You need to really adjust and say, what is it I really need? What is it I really want? And what can I give? And what am I willing to give? And if you can answer those questions, your choices will be better. And you may have to wait a while to find someone who answers those questions. But if you're in a rush, then we have all of this destruction.
Right on. Can I ask you something, Keisha?
Sure.
Since you agree with what the man mindset just said, right?
Right.
And by the way, everybody go to his YouTube channel. Please go crush that subscribe button over there if you're feeling what he's saying here. But let me ask you something, because he just said, you know, what you bring to the table, what you bring to the table, what you bring to the table, right? I hate to put you on the spot, but I'm just curious. And I've heard this a million times in many viral videos and many conversations all day long on YouTube. So I'm going to ask you, and I hopefully it's okay. Hopefully you don't feel weird me asking this, but in your relationship, if you are in a relationship or if you are looking for a relationship currently, what is it that you bring to the table?
You know, at this point, I'm not young, so I'm not looking for what somebody in their 20s is looking for. I'm 48. I'm not in a relationship, but I'm fine with that. I was a single mother, and I was never comfortable dating because I have a daughter. Now she is grown. She has her master's. She's married.
Congratulations.
So it's fine to date now, but I'm not looking to date anybody I really don't like. I think a lot of people date people they don't like. Why waste your time? Find a book, get involved in something, a nonprofit, do something so that you will attract the person or type of person you're looking for. Don't waste your time trying to force somebody to like you that you don't even like.
Right. You know what? Good point. Good point right there.
Oh,
What were you gonna say? Go
okay.
ahead.
Okay. I understand what you're saying about get a book, but here's the problem with most of you ladies out here. The biggest issue is you just don't know men. How many of you ladies right now can say, you know, all the football teams, you know what football is, what his favorite basketball team is? Yeah. How many of you ladies have taken the time to watch sci-fi movies and all the stuff you find immature and childish? How many of you women have taken the time to learn these things to be able to connect with him? Because see, what the women don't understand is the only way he's going to see you is through his boys. See, when his boys say you got a cool chick, oh shit, she cool. That's when he's going to say, you know what?
Validation.
He is a good cool. Yeah, but what I'm saying is that are you learning men like you low your makeup and your push-up bras? Do you know men, football, sports, chick flicks, action movies, all the stuff you find immature and boyish and childish? These are the things that draw them in because of the judgment. Because if I play video games and I'm a good man, but your judgment towards people that play video games are childish, you've already placed the judgment on me. So why would I want to be with someone who's placing judgment on me? See, we can't place judgment on people. We got to judge everybody as an individual. But for you ladies out there, because of emotions, y'all are very emotional. You got to learn how to play the game of guys. And the only way you're going to play the game of guys is learn guys and learn what they like versus what you like.
I'm going to say this. Can I say something, Keisha? I'm so sorry. Real quick. Let me just add on top of that. No, because I actually agree. I actually agree with the man mindset right here. I do agree with it because I've seen many times. I've seen this in relationships and in marriages all day long where they sit there and the husband, right, is going to go off and do this one thing. Maybe he's just every guy is a nerd. Every guy has a little corner in their heart of nerddom. Okay, within that nerddom, all right, it could be working out, it could be sports, it could be music, it could be D&D. Okay, Dungeons and Dragons.
No, you didn't pull out the one.
I'm being went all the way there. But here's the thing: if the person, your spouse, is not at least engaging you with that stuff, at least going, oh, I can't believe you. So you rolled that octa dice and you told the ogre to do what now, honey? Oh, that's crazy. If she's not fully into your ish, there is going to be a static between y'all because now there's a part of your world that she's not a part of. And if she's going to be with you 110%, and this goes on the other side too. I'm going to get there too. Hold up. Yeah. I'm going to talk about the men too.
Me too. I got you.
When it comes to the women's side, if the woman is not fully showing that she's fully engaged, at least trying to show that she's engaged a little bit into his world that he's so passionate about or whatever that he geeks out over. If she's not into it, then why would that person be a spouse? If you're not going to sit there and say that you are a big guy that works out all the time and you got ripped abs and you do all this stuff and you do all these things, creatine and all the sort, and your girlfriend, or your wife is not really into that stuff, but she's just like, yeah, he's off to go and lift his little weights. If she's like that, then why is she your spouse? She should be with you 100%. She should be ride or die. Oh, baby, you PR today? I'm so proud of you, babe. That's so dope. You know what I mean? It's all about baby steps, baby. Same thing with the dudes. Let me just say this really quick, and I'll throw it back over to you, my man. Same thing with the dudes. I get it, guys. We don't really give a damn about no makeup or blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying that women only talk about makeup, but I'm just saying, if there's something that that your woman is really into, like running, or she has or she's really into art or music or whatever the hobby that she's really into, that maybe you're not fully understanding, yoga, for crying out loud. Shoot, throw out the rug right next to her, the mat right next to her, and go, what is the downward facing dog real quick? You know what I'm saying? Like, figure it out. Try to show that you're engaged in your spouse's life, all corners of the world, because girls have a little corner of geekdom too. Mm-hmm. You got to acknowledge that ish too. If you don't do that, then that's one piece you're not a part of, and that piece gets bigger and bigger,
right,
and bigger, and soon, I'm sorry, that suddenly, all of a sudden, there's a distance between you guys.
There's a chasm.
Yeah. So sorry.
No, I'm a alley-oop on top of what you saying now, my brother. Everything you saying, I agree with you, but I
have a point too, guys.
Please, Keisha.
This is very important for the guys out there. Problem with a lot of guys is that they don't know women. And what I mean by knowing women is that you don't learn the art of reading between the lines. You don't know the art of the emotional connection that women need. See, most guys think women are like us. They're not. They're not. Oh, give me the D. Give me the D. No, they can be that way, in the comfort of their home, ladies. But no, what I'm saying is that women need an emotional connection where you know her without even having to ask. You don't try to solve her problems. You have to learn how to listen. You got to learn how to retain information.
Yes.
You got to learn how to make her feel sexy, even when you're not near her. When's the last time you sent her a message saying, you know what, beautiful, just because, you know, I was thinking about you? When's the last time you know she had a bad day at work and then you went and made her a nice bubble bath, put candles in there and say, baby, you know what? I either have the kids or I'm taking care of the dinner. You just relax yourself just because. When's the last time you gave your woman a full body massage, not to have sex, but just to show her that you appreciate the things that she's doing for you? See, what a lot of guys don't understand is, they don't understand. They think women are just spread their legs and that's it, where these women are emotionally driven. You got to learn how to make her smile. You got to learn how to make her blush. You got to learn how to make her laugh before you make her moan. You got to be able to touch her between here, not down there, by showing her that, you know what? I'm learning you. I'm trying to figure out what you like, and I'm not going to judge you off of anybody else but the merit of who you are, but I'm going to listen to the tone of your voice. And I know when you're having a bad day, but I also know where your favorite restaurant is. I know what your favorite cake that you like, or your favorite pastry that you like to eat. And you know what? I'm just going to do certain things. Like, let me give you, like, for instance, because I always teach game. Like, let me ask you a question, Pete. What do you like Easter? Most guys on Easter, what do? They just either go to church and they go Easter egg hunting, right?
Right.
So let me peep game.
That kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay, well, let me show you what a real man does. And I always teach my clients this. What you do is you go to Party City, you go get handcuffs, blindfold, and rope. You go to Walmart, you go get an Easter basket and that green stuff. And then you type up romantic things and sexual things she can do to you, sexual things you can do to her. Rip those pieces up. Put them in the eggs, place the eggs all over the house. So when she comes over, you give her the Easter basket and let her go Easter egg hunting. And that's going to make another connection. Got one more for you. Okay. What about Valentine's Day, guys? Pippi, I'm going to show y'all game. When's the last time you took flowers, teddy bear, roses, and chocolates to the restaurant? See, most guys think of Valentine's Day, you give them all the gifts early in the morning, and then everybody's in the restaurant, right? But let me show you how you could be the man. See, what you do is at 12 o'clock, you bring all those items to the restaurant. And then you find your waiter and you say, when I order dessert, I want you to bring one item out every 5 minutes. And what's going to happen is, see, women love it when other women envy them and their
display of affection.
There you go. Without you just sit back. You ask for dessert. When they bring in the balloons, all the women gonna be looking, oh my God, it's such and all the guys will be like, damn, son, wish I thought of that. And you just sit there. And then they bring in the chocolates. Then they bring in then at the end, when they bring the roses up, you get up, you grab the roses, place it on her lap, kiss her on her cheek, and sit your butt down. And tears. Hey, lock in, dog. That's game. See what I'm saying? That's game, because you're not going out and about. You're just connecting with her on a level that she expects or wants from a real man. And that's emotional, brother.
See, I get worried about the Easter egg hunt because I would hate to see some kids find those eggs, man.
No, you not the kids. Kids in bed. Kids got to be asleep. No. in the bedroom. You put them in the bedroom. Leave without the kids.
They sleep. They sleep, y'all. They sleep.
They sleep.
So what are your thoughts on this?
I wanted to go back to what we were talking about first, when you were saying a woman has to understand and get involved with the things that the man is nerding out on, basically. I think what a lot of men don't realize is, of course, women were little girls first. We have males in our family. We watch sports with them. We played video games with them. We watched anime and cartoons and all that other stuff. We climbed trees with them. We played kickball and softball and everything else with them. We like that stuff too. We love sci-fi and all of that. If you don't connect with her, she's not possibly going to do those things with you because she's annoyed with you. Not that it's right, but it's the truth. It's not that we don't like those things. Now, some women, of course, will not like everything a man likes, but karate, all that stuff. I remember waking up on Saturdays and watching Kung Fu theater and all of that stuff. I love the Lakers. I love Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I love Bob McAdoo. But will I share that with someone who is annoying or not kind? I probably won't. I'll probably make him, say I don't want to do those things with him, and I'll find reasons to cause distance. Not that that's right, but if you're in a relationship with someone who you don't really like, you're gonna cause distance. You're gonna pretend like things that aren't an issue, like toothpaste. the cap being off is a problem when it isn't. So I think part of that is a communication problem between men and women. And are you with the person you really want to be with truly in the first place? Because if you were, even if you weren't into a lot of those things, you would at least be supportive. Okay, take some time, and if you like that, this game is coming on. Are you going to be watching it? Well, let me make sure you have some stuff that you like to eat so you can watch the game. Or, this movie is coming out. I know you really like, this action movie. Do you want to go see it? If the kindness is reciprocated, the considerations are reciprocated, women will be more apt to take part. But the reason a lot of women don't act like they like those things or like those things are a problem is because she's mad at him.
Yeah, but when you're at work and I'm like, hey, how you doing? What's wrong? What did he do now? You know what? I got an idea. Why don't we go to lunch and talk about it? And then as soon as you tell me what he's not doing, I'm gonna use the keyword. You know what? Never mind. What? Tell me. Well, if it was me, I see how the game works. And so I see what you're saying, but here's the problem. You've got to learn men, even if you don't like to learn men. And it's not about you not liking what he's doing. It's appreciating the fact that he's doing something, because what you ladies don't understand is that if he's got an Xbox or a PlayStation, that means he's in the other room versus out your door. And I think you need to get the Sunday night ticket. You need to give him a big 85-cent flat screen, surround sound, and then you go find a little jersey that you wear with no underwear, with no pants on, without kids. I'm sorry, no. If there are no kids, of course, I want to make sure no kids. I know Pete gonna get on me. No kids, no kids. You want to walk around and serve him all day while he's watching a game. I order the pizza. I got the wings. Now? If you bring friends over, of course, dress appropriately, but you've got to be all these things, because you're showcasing you to everybody, because the friends are going to judge as well. And that's what a lot of women don't understand. The friends are going to be like, yeah, but when they like, hold up, wait. She
friends
got
and family.
Yeah. Yeah. So
interesting. Well, I got a super chat real quick. It's been sitting for a while, so I need to pull this up. It might be bringing back an old conversation, but we're going to go get into it. And then unfortunately, I got to start wrapping the show up. But Amplified Return Tops, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. He said, is he saying women control access to sex and men control access to marriages/relationships? Therefore, women got to do what they can after sex to appease the man to get to the relationship?
Oh, can I answer that?
Yeah, please.
Okay. What I'm saying is that sex is an agreement between two people, but remember, was that a woman or a guy? I didn't see if that was a guy. I thought was that a guy or was that a woman?
I think that's
so.
a guy.
But a guy. I don't want to say it wrong. Okay. Well, I was going to say, I can't say sir, man. It's hard for me. I don't know. Anyway, the thing is that you're entering her body. She makes final decision when it comes to sex, not you, when you don't know what you're doing. See, most guys have never been in a world where women want to sleep with you because you've never positioned yourself. The game is all going to be about position. It's never about proving or begging or try to manipulate her into wanting to be with you. You should be proud of who you are and stand on who you are and let the chips fall where they may without trying to deceive the woman. But wait, what's the rest of the thing? I forgot the rest of it. I was going to.
Oh, boy. Hold up.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to read. I was going to get to the next thing that person. I would say that person because I don't want to disrupt.
Yeah, it's gone.
It's gone. Okay.
I'm trying to find it. It was so far away.
The other part was men controls relationships and marriages. Access to relationships and marriages.
I found it. Here it is.
Okay.
So is he saying women control access to sex and men control access to marriages, relationships? Therefore, women got to do what they can after sex to appease the man to get to the relationship.
The woman has to do it 25 hours a day, 8 days a week on then Sunday. There's no sleeping on this because I always tell you ladies, all you ladies out there, just snap your fingers. You know what that sound is? That's an 18-year-old just turning 19. That's a 21-year-old turning 22. So men, will always have options when they realize they have options. So you ladies unfortunately have to work harder because you've got the ones behind you coming up, the up and comers. So for a lot of you ladies, again, when you're 25, I always say you're 25, some women are smart enough to use their body to get a good man, and some of them use their body for free things. Just some, not everybody, I don't want to generalize, but what I'm saying here is that for you ladies out here, I know it's hard to hear, but your number one, number two, and number zero job is to show that man why you're worth his last name and worth his ring, meaning that you got to push aside your ego and your self-importance. You've got to push aside that I'm valuable, and you've got to get muddy and dirty and learn these men. You've got to. The only way you're going to get them.
Yeah. Mercedes, thank you so much for the $15 super chat. Thank you. Didn't have it in there, but thank you. Love that car. It's one of my favorite cars. No, seriously, one of my favorite.
You wanna ride in my Mercedes?
Oh wow!
I'm old.
Oh, a TLC, right?
I think that was Pebbles.
Pebbles. No, I'm saying TLC. She was the one who brought in TLC. She screwed.
Yes.
Babyface. Yes.
She screwed him over with the deal. They ended up
Lord.
See women.
Riding my Mercedes, boy. But okay, guys. I gotta wrap up the show, of course. But the main mind said, I want to say a big thank you for you to be on here. I appreciate you just coming in, giving your pieces of advice and your opinions on all this stuff that's going on in the world of men and women. Hey, can you let everybody know where they can find you and all that stuff?
Yeah, first, Pascal, hey, man, I want to say I got nothing but love for you. I appreciate you. I rock with you. Anytime you need me, you let me. I'm there for you. And,
hey, man.
Hey, we cool, man. I love this guy. But for all those people that like say, when am I qualified? Look, guys, I'm out the game. I've been married for 22 years. So no fights, no problems, no issues. Okay. All my kids are in college right now, honor rolls. We have a doctor, 2 doctors, and one going into engineering. So I know what I'm talking about, even in this time right now. But for you guys out there, for the guys out there, or the ladies, but the guys out there, go to themanmindset.com or go to the YouTube. We have things to show you guys how to cook meals for women. We show you how to talk to women. We show you how to approach women. Hell, we even have a dating chat line on our website for you guys to be able to learn communication. So I appreciate everybody in the chat room, those that are listening now, but most importantly, the host, because I love this show, man. I'm a huge fan of the show. I love this show.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Now, and I appreciate you coming in and taking the time.
Oh, yeah.
Up over here. It's not every day that we have people in other people coming in, but this is a new thing that I'm starting to bring in other people from different shows, different different genres and all that to come in and just have conversations about different things. You know what I'm saying? So I'm, of course, you always have a place right here on the Pascal Show, and that's real talk. You know what I mean? So again, thank you so much for being on. But for everybody else who's watching right now, real talk, I appreciate all y'all for being on, chopping it up with us. You know what I'm saying? Tried something new, tried something different. I know a lot of people. There's some people in the chat. I get it. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we have to learn to agree to disagree.
Disagree, right?
You know what I'm saying? And not every show is going to be. You never know what you're going to get. That's all I'm saying. You never know what you're going to get on the show. Okay, so of course, don't forget. Like I said, don't forget to hit that like button down below. All right, hit that like button, and most definitely crush that subscribe button. Okay, it would be greatly appreciated. All right, y'all. It is time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. Oh, and before I get going, I will be on tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time over on the Benjamin Dixon Show on the Like It or Not segment. So I will be over there kicking it with Bubba and Rebecca and Benjamin. You know what I'm saying? Having a good old time. So please go see me over there. And then I will be on right here tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, talking about all kinds of crazy stuff because there's a lot that we have not covered, and we will be covering it tomorrow morning. Anyway, it's time to get going, guys. Be good to yourselves again. Be good to one another.
Yes.
You know, oh my Lord. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another for the 7th time. This is the Pascal Show. Bye. You like that? Bye.